ClowdyWorld, and today, man, we're getting on for part 2 for about everything going on with this man Kanye, man. Now, if y'all don't really know about it, go check out the part 1 right here in the description. But to get y'all up, McConnelly is this man Ye's basic dentist that has been the dude behind his $850,000 metal implant grills, and it's been seen that he, along with a lot of advisors of a certain, have been finessing this man Ye for years, multi-million-dollar extravagant payments, trips to Florence, Italy, things like this, and have been getting no work done. Apparently Yeezy lost $200 million last year, and they couldn't even find what it even came from individually, because it's a mix of a million things, from them insider trading the Gap stock years before it was announced, which low-key led to the first breakdown of the original Gap trade deal, to even issues where they're literally getting paid $15 to $20 million to basically have entire art shows that never even occurred. It's looking really wild right now for this Yeezy camp, and we're still continuing the affidavit, and we're gonna break the rest of it down right now. So we stopped on, while people were saying mostly safe when it's administered by professionals in a controlled setting, nitrous oxide can be very, 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 very bad for you if not given under the very correct administration. People have to understand that anesthesiologists get paid almost $250,000 on average, because a little bit more is the difference between being out for a few hours and never waking up. So it's not even about, oh, Ye's doing this or that with his life. Y'all gotta think about it, bro. It gets serious. It can really get serious for folks, bro. And that's why I understand why Yeezy's team that actually cares for him is taking this so serious, because you never know what can genuinely happen in the real world, bro. It's all fun and games until you don't wake up and now that dude and that dentist leaves the country or says that he wasn't the cause. And I don't want to see Ye go out like that, bro, on a personal. Now, N2O2 can cause asphyxiation and even heart attacks. Hypoxia from high doses can produce cardiac arrhythms, brain damage, cerebral cortex issues, and long-lasting neural deficits. Chronic exposure has made very big issues, and an internet personality, Orion, shared in Zoom that she lost the use of her legs and gained 100 pounds following prolonged use of nitrous oxide. Now, the symptoms of Ye's widely reported bipolar diagnosis and the side effects of prolonged nitrous gas abuse are strikingly similar. Long-term abuse of nitrous products, erratic behavior, mood swings, paranoia, and violence. And even though I do love Kanye and I really do appreciate and value everything he's done for the culture, these last 2-3 years have been some of the most erratic and biggest that he's ever had these big mood swings too. It's honestly getting kind of sad and unfortunate for being a genuine respect and appreciator of what Ye has done, not only for the city that I came up in, Chicago, but just for his impact as a musician as a whole. It's just really sad to see him go out like this. Let's keep breaking it down. I was told over the telephone by a Yeezy employee who wishes to remain anonymous and that directly witnessed Ye self-administering the nitrous gas. The employee was not able to say if a regulator was being used or what proportion of oxygen, if any, was being added. Together with the volume of the gas delivered to a patient's home, this is a clear violation of California law, which forbids clearly excessive prescription of administering treatment, as well as the failure to use a fail-safe machine with an appropriate exhaust system in the administration of that oxide itself. But most disturbingly of them all, he said, is that I learned that Connolly had moved into the apartment building Ye resided at during this period, basically for Ye's expense. And I was asked by Ye to negotiate a second apartment at the same complex, which he said would be used as a studio. Before I had completed these negotiations, a pending charge of Ye's American Express card showed that 6 months' rent had been paid in advance to the building management company. Now, when I challenged Connolly to explain this, he claimed to be moving in at his own expense, and the American Express charge was later refunded. So on May 2nd, the day after my resignation, I sent a text message imploring those around Ye to act, informing them of both the seriousness of the situation and Connolly's new living measurements. Now, y'all ready for what they about to say? Cause it got wild. Now, this included Matt George, Ty Dolla $ign, Billy Wash, Justin LeBoy, Juliana Yes Jules, Oz Taylor, Charles 88 Keys Napa, John Monopoly, and Ricky DP Brascom, as well as Ye's lawyer, accountant, and other Yeezy staff. And to my knowledge, not a single one did a thing, and privately told me that they support my compliant and his affidavit. So it's sad that what they're saying is basically that they respect and appreciate and value what he's doing, but bro, like, this Ye. Ain't nobody trying to get blacklisted, bro. Like, come on now, bro. Like, this is Ye. And it's sad to say that, but bro, this is like when you're dealing with a big poppin' superstar. Like, you see them doing this stuff and you have to do this. Like, bro, please, 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 bro, stop. You're hurting yourself. And they're gonna be like, yo, get him out of here. You're not gonna have a homie that was with them both saying, "Hey, bro, don't get him out of here, bro. Ye's been with us for 10 years." But he's like, "Nah, bro, you're rich. Like, get him out of here, bro." They might do you on some, "Hey, bro, give him some time to cool down. It's still love. We'll keep you on the payroll," but it's not gonna be the same. And clearly, it's not been the same since all these issues have been occurring and going down. So we got to figure all this out. So Connolly has a habit of launching into preemptive defense of nitrous oxide before his interlocutor has even said good morning, which tells his own story. His omnipresence and that of the large surgical tank of gas that inevitably followed him around solidly as he clamped himself to Ye, sometimes for days on end, violated both his spirit and later of the state regulation. So given Connolly's familiarity with rap and hip hop music stars, many of whom have been clients in the past, it just shows that Connolly is kind of using his abilities for some pretty janky stuff. And honestly, I can't blame Buddy for feeling that way, especially with all the information he's provided. We have photos, video evidence. Multiple people have openly stated that this is an issue. Multiple employees have tried to contact bigger legal issues overall. It's only gotten this far because a legal affidavit was forced, because this man does not want to say Ye disappear in a few months. He wants to see Ye live long, and it's sad that you have to almost sue somebody for them to care about themselves. But to continue going on, he believes that Ye sought to move away from these issues, but he believed that Connolly was seeking to exploit him and has acted with sinister purpose against a celebrity whose mental health struggles have not only been the subject of blanket media coverage for over a decade, but which were the subject of his 28th album, Ye, which upon a cover appears the phrase, "I hate being bipolar, it's awesome." Connolly was likely aware of a 2015 Paper magazine cover in which Ye spoke exclusively about a particularly enjoyable trip to the dentist. So clearly this dude's been plotting on Ye for a while. And payment records from Yeezy LLC show hundreds of thousands of dollars in payments to Connolly, such as $250,000 on January 7th, marketed as dental work, followed by another $61,000 2 weeks later, and on January 29th, also marked as dental work. These are merely two of many, many payments. Now in June 2024, Connolly began paying Kiba to take fan pages offline that had been critical of him. And upon information and belief, Connolly paid a 5-figure sum to have one of Ye's most popular fan pages suspended on Instagram, damaging Yeezy LLC's commercial interests because the fan page had posted concern about the volume of Ye's nitrous intake. So these dudes are basically just making Ye's image look terrible, because you have to understand, when you limit the fans, that's freedom of speech. No one's gonna like that. Even the most hardened Ye fan would not like that. When people start to take away other people's freedoms of expression when they're telling you the truth, that's when you start to see a clear issue with the fan base, where you start to see the cracks starting to form. And clearly, Ye is having those issues that need to be broken down and expressed. Now, upon information and belief, Connolly attempted and failed to persuade Kiba to hack the mobile telephone and destroy the social media accounts of the author of his affidavit, and according to Kiba, inquired about doing physical harm to Yiannopoulos in retaliation for the latter's refusal to engage him as a consultant for $200,000 per month. Why would I literally bring you on for, bro? This is what these dudes don't get, bro. And I'm gonna tell y'all, bro. These fake hood dudes, or these dudes that are tapped in with whatever they're tapped in with, bro. When you're living on the up and up, or you came from that reality and you're just trying to be a genuine person, you don't scare me. This is all respect to, you know, my Hispanic brethren who are in that life, all respect to my black brethren, all respect to my Russian, whatever that are all in that life. But y'all have to understand, if you've been a part of that life before, this man is working in Ye's best interest as well. So it's not even as if he's trying to finesse and take away from him. Like, you're being a greedy dude to Ye, and he has a right to come at you for this way you're behaving. And the attempted sale of over $1 million worth of stolen Yeezy Gap merchandise in March was conducted from a warehouse owned by Dominic Chambron, a friend and patient of Connolly's. Chambron later claimed to have been fully exonerated by the LAPD. The police department does not determine innocence or guilt. An investigation into this matter is currently with the FBI, owing the involvement of a foreign national and international fund transfer. And upon information and belief, Eric Q, a personal assistant currently employed by Yeezy, told several online fan groups that a scan of Ye's head promptly was by warning had revealed evidence of permanent brain damage from rampant, prolonged abuse of nitrous oxide. Q has a reputation for untrustworthiness, and I have not seen evidence of the scans he says were performed, but if the claim is true, Connolly is responsible for more than just financial malfeasance. And whether by recklessness or the most charitable interpretation, or I strongly believe as part of the malicious premeditated assault for financial gain, Connolly has been done irreparable harm to the mind of the world's most talented living musician and arguably its most commercially successful living fashion designer. There can be no medical justification for the presence of 4 surgical-sized canisters of nitrous gas at any patient's home, nor can there be any explanation for Connolly moving into the same building as Ye that is not sinister in this extreme. The wrongful doing of men like Connolly is a subject for the FBI, not celebrity managers or dental boards. But I urge you to suspend his license immediately and investigate him in all possible haste with all possible scrutiny. And when, as I know they will, your inquiries further substantiate what I have attested here, adding more charges along the way, I implore you to revoke his license permanently. Connolly's predatory targeting of a demographic he regarded especially as credulous African-American celebrities makes the urgency all the greater. Under penalty of perjury under federal law and under the law of the state of California, I hereby declare and affirm that the above mentioned knowledge and statements are, to the best of my knowledge, true and correct. So this man signed his name and let it be known as well. Now, during this happened, Ye's current chief of staff currently said, Ye is the healthiest and happiest he's ever been in a long time because of taking a mental health break from social media. The toxic people that used and abused him are out of the picture. I haven't responded publicly because I didn't think anyone would believe anything a lifelong grifter would say. Post Malone is one of the nicest humans on earth. He's never had any kind of history of abuse of any during live performances or videos to say anything is a flat out lie. I don't even dunk or smoke cigs. Whatever is being suggested happened before I ever worked here and hasn't happened since I hired, because now there are good people around Ye. Ye is the healthiest and happiest he's been in a long time because of taking a mental health break from the social media. The toxic people who used and took care of him are out of the picture. I wanted the defense team page down, but I didn't pay anyone to do it. The loser running the page doxed me and accused me of random stuff, and he was mad Milo got fired. TMZ is mad they lost their pen pal at Yeezy too. So I'm really disappointed to see this story, bro, and I'm really sad to see a career like Kanye's implode like this. But if you can learn anything from this, it is genuinely to please have a solid team around you. Even if it takes 3, 4, 10 years longer, it will be worth it. Especially if your legacy or anything that matters to you as a creative director or an artist is on the line. ClowdyWorld, and let me know your thoughts and comments in the like section. ClowdyWorld will be gone.